Alright guys, a bunch of new stuff just got announced. So many other decks are getting support. DDDs getting a new Pendulum Exceed monster. We got Fusion Pendulums. We got the new LIGHTSWORN Twilight stuff. Also a bunch of new Link monsters got announced. In addition to that, there's also a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, guys. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with their effects, checking them out, giving, I guess, a kind of brief rundown, review, my thoughts on the cards. Let's go and jump into it with the first card, Odd Eyes Venom Dragon. So new Pendulum Fusion monster with a scale of 1, level 10, 3300 attack. Why you putting this card in defense mode, 2500. Anyways, Pendulum effect is once per turn, you get to target a fusion monster you control, gains 1000 for each monster your opponent currently controls until the end of this turn. The next effect is its monster's effect. So it says 1 starting Venom monster plus 1 Odd Eyes monster. It must be fusion summon or pendulum summon and cannot be special summoned by other ways. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls until the end phase. It gains attack equal to that monster's current attack. Also, this card's name becomes that monster's original name. Also replace this effect with that monster's original effect. And then the second effect is, if this card is destroyed while in a monster zone, you get to special summon 1 card from your Pendulum Zone, and if you do, place this card in your Pendulum Zone. So that's actually a pretty cool effect. Definitely not a terrible card at all. But next up, we got support for them DDDs. We got DDD Super Doom King Darkness Armageddon. So it's a Dark Fiend, Exceed Pendulum, and it's got a pendulum scale of 1. It says RK of 8, so I think that means it's a rank 8. But anyways, 3500 attack, 3000 defense. Pendulum effect is once per turn, if there is a DDD or just DD card in your other Pendulum Zone, you can special summon 1 DDD Exceed monster from your extra deck, except for Super Doom King Darkness Armageddon. And then its monster effect is 2 level 8 DDD monsters. When this card is Exceed Summon, you can take 1 face-up DD Pendulum monster from your extra deck and attach it to this card as material. The second effect is Pendulum monsters you control can't be destroyed by card effects. That's pretty decent. Next up, once per turn, you can attach 1 material from this card, then target monsters your opponent controls equal to the number of Pendulum monsters you control and destroy them. If this card is destroyed in a monster zone, you can place this card in your Pendulum Zone. So that's pretty self-explanatory. And most of them, I think they have that effect where it's like, once these go away, they go to your Pendulum Zone. And next up, we got super heavy support. So we got super heavy Samurai Express Tetsudo. So it's an Earth Machine Synchro, level 12, 2000 attack. But it's probably going to use its defense points for its attack, which is 4,800. Man, throw limited removal on this thing and you just gamed your opponent. But anyways, 2 super heavy Samurai, it says, oh, I'm sorry, 1 super heavy Samurai tuner and 2 or more non-tuner super heavy Samurai monsters. So this is basically Quasar and super heavy Samurais. They got their version of Quasar now, I guess. Anyways, this card can attack one's defense position. You apply its defense for damage calculation. Then, once per turn, you can discard up to 2 cards and target that many cards your opponent controls and destroy them. Once per turn, you can banish as many spell and trap cards from each player's graveyard as possible. If you do, inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each card banished this way. Huh. Well, it does require super heavy Samurai tuner and 2 or more non-tuners. I feel like at this point, I would rather just play Quasar. You know what I mean? Again, it's probably easier to bust out in the super heavy Samurais, but I don't know. I feel like his effect is kind of, I thought it was going to at least be able to attack twice or something. But, I mean, potentially, you know, you could game your opponent if they went through like 5,000 cards. Interesting little effect. And it has a decent little effect. You can discard up to 2. I feel like you're going to use a lot of the cards to make this card in the first place. But I don't know. You guys let me know how you feel about this card. I just think it looked like a boss monster when I saw what was required. But kind of lackluster in my opinion. But anyways, next up we got Twilight Ninja Joggin. So, pendulum scale of 1, level 7, 2000 attack, and its pendulum effect is if a ninja monster controls attacks defense position, piercing, and then monster effect is you can reveal it 1 ninjutsu art card from your hand, a special limits card from your hand. This attacks defense position, do piercing. But what? Konami, we don't care about piercing. Unless it's Chaos Max, when you gotta do 4,000 damage and it doubles the damage. I really don't care about piercing. At least that's the way I feel about it. But next up, we got Amazon support. Whoa, well, this is crazy. Anyways, level 8, Amazoness Empress. So it requires Amazon Queen and Amazoness Monster. Other Amazoness monsters you control can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects. If an Amazoness monster you control attacks defense, piercing, piercing again? If this fusion summon card is destroyed by battle or leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon Amazoness Queen from your hand, deck, or graveyard. It still requires poly, and all it does is piercing? What? I don't know, is this a prank, man? Call Joey Salads. Alright, next up we got some more Raid Raptor stuff. Okay, oh, there's also Gladiator to be support. There's so much support, guys, for so many other decks. But anyways, next up we got the Raid Raptors Final Fortress Falcon. Anyways, Darkwing Beast, rank 12. Wow, good luck getting this thing out. You're probably going to rank up for it anyways. Anyways, 3 level 12 monsters. If, this card with Raid Raptor exceed monster as material is unaffected by other card effects. That's pretty good already. Anyways, once per turn you can attach 1 material from this card, return all of your banished Raid Raptor monsters to the graveyard. Twice per turn, when this card destroys a monster from battle, you can banish a Raid Raptor monster from graveyard. Immediately can make another attack in a row. Okay, so he gets attacked multiple times. Oh, that's not too bad. I mean, it's got 300 attack, you can do everything. Next up, we got the Abyssal Entertainment. So you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. So its first effect is you tribute 1 Abyss actor monster you control, target Abyss script spell card in your graveyard, set it in your field. And the second effect is if this set card in its owner's control is destroyed by opponent's card effect, and you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you can special summon any number of Abyss Actor Pendulum monsters from your deck. Wow, that's a pretty cool effect. Next up, we got some more Destiny heroes. Oh my gosh, support for everything. But we gonna get that Stratos yet? Anyways, Dark Warrior, level 1, 0 attack, 600 defense. You can only use this card's name effect once per turn. So during damage calc of a Destiny hero monster you control is battling, this card's in your graveyard. You can special summon this card from your graveyard, and if you do, that battling monster cannot be destroyed by that battle, and you take no battle damage. If special summoned by this effect, banish this card when it leaves the field. Huh. Interesting. I mean, you know, Imperial Iron Wall, I keep this card out for days. Next up, you Gladiator to be support. So anyways, it is a level 5. Oh, okay, let's read its effect though. 1000 defense. Alright, when an opponent monster declares a direct attack, you get to special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, switch that attack to this card and proceed to damage calculation. This card cannot be destroyed by this battle. If this card is special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, you can send 1 Gladiator Beast monster from your deck to the graveyard. At the end of the battle phase, if this card is attacked or is attacked, you can shuffle this card in the deck and special summon 1 Gladiator Beast monster except for a single copy of itself. Alright, it's not that bad. It's a direct attack, though. I wish it was like, if they attack, you can just special summon it. I don't know how I feel about this card. I feel like Gladiator Beast, they need something a lot stronger than a direct attack, because if your field is blank, you know there's going to be a bunch of effect monsters probably going to stop this card dead in its track. But it's a decent card. I don't know, it looks reminds me of Cheetor from Beast Wars, so I'm going to collect it. Anyways, but next up, we got a bunch of other cards to check out, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So next up, we got a new card called Firewall Dragon. So it's a light Cyverse link effect. Link of 4, so that means it's 4 zones. Looks like it's giving your opponent a link zone as well, which is actually usually a negative effect, but it might be just so good. It says, anyways, it says, I think the TLRB is top, left, right, and bottom is where the links are. I guess that's how they're wording it. But anyways, monsters, 2 minimum. Oh, so limit price 2? I guess you can go more. But anyways, once while this card is face up, during either player's turn, you can target any number of monsters on the field and or in the graveyards up to the number of monsters in a mutual link with this card. Return them to the hand. If a monster linked by this card is destroyed by battle or sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 monster from your hand. Hey, that's a pretty decent little effect. Wow, not bad at all. Definitely a usable effect. Next up, we got Salvagent Driver. So it's a light Cyverse, level 6, 20 general attack. You can only use each of this card's names effect once per turn. By Cyverse type link monster you control is destroyed by your opponent by battle by card effect. While this card is in your hand, you can just special summon this card. A hand or graveyard, you special summon. Okay. The second effect is you can discard 1 spell card, target 1 Cyverse type monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but it can't attack directly this turn. Next up, we got the Launcher Commander. It's Earth Cyverse, level 4, 1700 attack. All Cyverse type monsters you control gain 300. So it's 2,000. And then once per turn, other. I think that means it doesn't count as itself. So I think it's actually still 17. Anyways, once per turn you can tribute 1 Cyber's type monster, and target one piece of monster opponent controls and destroy it. Okay, mediocre. I'm really here for the Lightsworn stuff though. Anyways, 3-strike barrier. Trap, normal. While your opponent controls exactly 3 cards, you can activate one of these effects. For the rest of the turn, monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. For the rest of the turn, you take no battle damage. For the rest of the turn, when a monster you control inflicts battle damage to your opponent, gain life point equal to the damage inflicted. Huh. I feel like it does have a lot of utility. It's just 3 cards too. It doesn't have to be like 3 monsters or 3 spell and trap. But if it was continuous, I could see some people just running it. But I just feel like it probably won't see some play. Unless there's some crazy FTK with it. Next up we got Yogi, the Great Ogre. Earth Warrior Link effect. So its Link is 3 and it's just all of the bottom areas for its Link summon. So it's 2 monsters minimum. Anyways, all monsters on the field lose attack equal to their original defense. And if this card would be destroyed by battle by card effects, you destroy one of this card's Link monsters instead. Okay, very interesting. Next up we got Yogi. Is this a new archetype? You can only use each of this card's name effects once per turn each. The first effect is during either player's turn, you get to tribute one Yogi monster, then target one Yogi monster you control. That monster gains attack equal to the tributed monster's original attack until the end of this turn. And the second effect is, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Yogi card from your deck to your hand, except for itself. Okay. Next up, we got Yokai Suplex. So 1800 attack, Earth. Are these all Earth Warriors? So Rhoda. Can we have it to 3 again, Konami? Anyways, you can only use this card's name's second effect once per turn. So the first effect is when it's normal summon, you get to special one Yogi monster from your hand. Second effect is if this card is sent to from the field to the graveyard, you can add a Yogi card from your deck to hand except for itself. Okay. More Link stuff over here. We got Trickster Holy Angel, Light Fairy, Link 2. So it's bottom left and bottom right. 2000 attack. 2 Trickster monsters. Is this going to be an archetype now, Tricksters? Anyways, each time a Trickster monster is no more special to this Link zones, inflict 200 damage to your gosh, we get FTKs maybe with this guy? Or this girl, I should say. I assumed it's gender. Oh no. Anyways, a Trickster monster linked by this card cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect. Oh, this reminds me of the, what was that? No, Cyber Angels. Those Melodious Divas already. Anyways, when your opponent takes damage from a Trickster monster, this card gains attack equal to the amount of damage until the end of this turn. Okay. Next up, we got Trickster Cardina over here. So it's Light Fairy, 1800 attack. This card is normal summon. You add a Trickster card from your deck to your hand. Each time your opponent activates a spell trap card, inflict 200 damage to your opponent. And then we have Trickster Light stage over here. When this card is activated, you target a Trickster monster from your... You could add a Trickster monster from your deck to your hand. That's pretty good. Once per turn, you target one set card in your opponent's spell and trap zones. While this card is on the field, that card cannot be activated until the end phase. And during the end phase, your opponent chooses either to activate or send it to the graveyard. Wow! It already adds one, and it can get rid of back row? Wow, that's actually pretty decent. But next up, its third effect is each time a Trickster monster control inflicts damage to your opponent, inflict 200 damage to your opponent. What? This card is actually really good. The first effect already makes up for the card. And then on top of that, okay, I feel like Tricksters have some potential with this card alone if the archetype gets some more sweat. That's kind of cool. But we're here for the Lightsworns. That's what I was really here for. Anyways, next up we got Twilight Twin Dragons. If you control Punishment Dragon, target one Judgment Dragon or graveyard and add it to your hand, then send the top 4 cards of your deck to the graveyard. What? If you control the Dark Judgment Dragon, add another Judgment Dragon. You're win harder, man. The other effect is if this card is sent from the deck to the graveyard by the effect of a Lightsworn monster, you can target one Punishment Dragon in your graveyard, add it to your hand, then banish the top 4 cards of your deck. Whoa. That's really cool. Next up, we got Twilight Eraser. So it's a normal trap card that says you control 2 more Lightsworn monsters with the same type but different names. Banish 2 Lightsworn monsters from your graveyard. Target 2 cards on the field. Banish them. And then if this card is sent from the deck to the graveyard by the effect of a Lightsworn monster, you can special summon a Lightsworn monster from your hand. Wow, that's actually a pretty decent effect. Whoa, this will work really well. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the video I made. It's called BROSWORN. I'm going to link it down below. This would be amazing for that because you're going to get 2 easily. And like, that could, oh, but this card could be really good in that version. Alright, we got new Raikou. So Dark Raikou or Twilight Raikou, Twilight Sworn Fighter. This is what it's called. It's our Dark Beast level 2. This card is normal summon or flip face up. Banish Lightsworn monster from your hand or graveyard. Target one card your opponent controls, banish it. Wow, that's a pretty good effect. Definitely like not bad at all. And then once per turn, if another Lightsworn monster you controls activates its effects, send 3. So a lot of the Dark Lightsworn guys, they work off of the regular Lightsworn, or it just technically says another Lightsworn. So most of the Dark doesn't just send one immediately. Again, it works off of the other one. But anyways, Dark Lila is what I'm gonna call it. I don't know if they're gonna call it Twilight Sworn. I feel like Dark Lightsworn just sounds too cool. But anyways, Lila, Twilight Sworn, Magus. Level 4. I think that all these have the same stats as the regular ones too. But anyways, once per turn, when a spell trap is activated, you can banish one Lightsworn monster from your hand or graveyard, and then target one face-up spell trap card, destroy it. Oh, huh. I wish it was once per turn either player's turn. That would be even cooler. But I think it should work like that. I don't know. Anyways, not a bad effect. And then once per turn, if another Lightsworn and activates effect, send 3. Again, that's most of the Dark Lightsworns. They all have that. Next up, we got Dark Lumina Twilight Sworn. Anyways, once per turn, banish one Lightsworn monster from your hand or graveyard. Then target one of your banished Lightsworn monsters and then spell summon it. Huh. That's not bad. Oh, now what's interesting with this, you can't Lumina into Lumina. With the normal Lumina can Lumina into Lumina into Lumina into like another card. But and then again, same effect once again. It's like if another Lightsworn activates its effect, you get to send 3 more. Then we have the Star Grail Swordsman Aurum over here. So it's a new Link monster. It's got Link of 2, 2000 attack, and it requires Star Grail monster. So I guess this is a new archetype. Anyways, the second effect of this card's name can only use once per turn. First effect is this card gains question mark 0/0 attack for each different Star Grail monster in your graveyard. I don't know. Maybe the effect is unclear of like what the amount is. I think is what it's trying to say. Anyways, you contribute one of your Star Grail monsters. This card is linked to. Then target one of your monsters in the. It just got cut off right there. It just says the. Anyways, you contribute one of your Star Grail monsters that this card is linked to. Then target one of your monsters in the graveyard. Oh wait, dude, I don't even know how to read. Okay, I don't know how I got lost on that. Anyways, tribute a Star Grail monster that this card is linked to. Then target one of your monsters in the graveyard. Other than that monster, special summon that monster to your side of the field that this card links to. And the third effect is, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, special summon one Star Grail monster from your hand. Okay, I don't really know what's up with the Star Grail. You guys let me know if they're good. Maybe someone knows them from the anime. I mean, this guy looking like he's a Necros card. Also, there's another thing called Proxy Dragon. It's the next promo card. It's a Link of 2. That's all we really know for it. There's also a special Link Summon recipe for this. Although, I mean, you guys know that, Call of Haunted, not the most meta thing. I don't know. Bitron, that is kind of questionable kind of stuff. I don't know about this recipe that they're given. Sometimes you guys know that they try to promote stuff for, entry players. But, DDD Destiny King 0 Lap Blast over here. So level 10 Dark Fiend, question mark attack, 0 defense, pendulum scale of 1. You can only use the pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. First effect is, during your main phase, you can add one face-up DDD pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand except for itself. And the monster effect is, you can special summon this card from your hand by tributing one DDD monster you control. This card battles an opponent's monster before damage calculation. Until the end of the damage step, this card's attack is equal to double the original attack of the opponent's monster. Wow, that's a pretty cool effect. Reminds me of that Get card. Third effect is, if this card attacks a defense position monster, you can do piercing. Fourth effect is, once per turn this card can't be destroyed in battle, also you take no battle damage. It's a pretty decent little effect. Not bad at all. Also, there's some more leaks for the Duelist Saga, which is actually coming out pretty soon. So we got Power Duality and Ultra Rare, Imperial Order with the new errata, so that card can come back. Oh, real quick, guys. When we went over that Japanese list, I wanted to mention Brain Control actually has an errata. The card has to be like, it can be like normal summon, so it's not as good. Imperial Order, obviously a really broken card back in the day, but it's getting an errata. More than likely it'll come off the ban list. Also, Cosmic Blazar Dragon, Harpy's Featherstorm, some of these cards, if you guys are interested. Bryanak also, it has the new errata, so that means Bryanak will probably be coming back in the game. We got BLS, another reprint. I think Doomcal was also, yeah, Doomcal's a lot. I nobody really want to play Doomcal. But man, there were so many Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Let me know, guys, which one are you guys most excited about? I'm personally really stoked about the Dark Lightsworn. Where were those at? I'm really excited about this. I want to see what other ones they release. Because I think the artwork on them is just really cool. I want to collect them, if anything. Like, the artwork is just too good. But hopefully we'll get more than one Gladiator beast, because I don't think Noxus alone is going to make anyone really want to play that. But, wow. A lot of cards, man. Almost 20 minutes for a vid. But anyways, guys, I just want to give you guys a heads up. If any of you guys are interested in Mass Effect, I just uploaded the first 2 parts of my playthrough of Mass Effect Andromeda. So if any of you guys are interested in that, I'll leave my gameplay channel down below for other games that are non-Yu-Gi-Oh related. I also play some Overwatch. So if you guys want to sub to that channel, appreciate it. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the vid, make sure you guys give that like button a slap Reno. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe for more Minecraft videos.